Morning. What's the plan, Mr. Grayling? Tell us what the plan is.
Who's running Britain and what now is the plan? That's what everyone wanted to know as government ministers arrived at Downing Street. Those who had voted to stay and those whose campaigning to leave had been the undoing of David Cameron. Not one said a word. But the notable absentee from the meeting, Boris Johnson, used his newspaper column to argue in far more conciliatory terms that things may not be so different in the future, in particular that EU citizens living in the UK will not have to leave, even though many Leave voters wanted exactly that.
I've seen a lot of confusion over the weekend about the status of people living in this country. It's absolutely clear that people from other European countries who are living here have their rights protected. All that people want to see is a system that's fair, impartial and humane to all people coming from around the world.
In Parliament, David Cameron maintained that all parts of the divided UK would be represented in the negotiations, but he insisted that the will of the people outweighed concerns of some MPs who want the whole vote redone.
But my view is simple. This House shouldn't block the will of the British people to leave the European Union. But of course, we've now got to look at all the detailed arrangements, and Parliament will clearly have a role in that, in making sure that we find the best way forward, and that will be principally the job for the next government. But I do believe in parliamentary sovereignty and the sovereignty of this Parliament, and a lot of detail will have to be discussed and debated. But decisions like whether or not to join the EEA must be for a future government.
The opposition Labour Party, meanwhile, is also tearing itself to pieces with a concerted campaign to get rid of its leader, Jeremy Corbyn. So to put it bluntly, there is currently no government and no opposition in this country, and the total lack of clarity about what the UK might end up looking like has already prompted some MPs to demand a second referendum, but only when it becomes clear what the eventual deal with the European Union will be. The members of the government left, offering vague talk of laying the ground for the next Prime Minister. As of now, nobody who voted Leave has any idea whether an independent UK will look anything like what they thought they were voting for.
Any regrets, Prime Minister?
And none of these people will tell them either.